video, I'm going to be making the Frederik's by Meijer, that's a Meijer brand, the Dark Chocolate Torte. This has a salted caramel sauce, and then the Dark Chocolate Torte with a Dark Chocolate Ganache. So what you need for both of these is you need 6 tablespoons of unsalted butter melted and 2 eggs each. So I'll show you what you get with this kit. This is the one with the caramel. So you do get the pans, which is really nice. You get 4 pans. And that's your mix. And then this is your caramel sauce. So you can clearly tell that's the caramel sauce. So I'm going to set that to the side because we're not going to need that right now. And then in this one, go ahead and show you what's in both boxes. You get your pans, once again, your mix, and then you get a mix for the for your chocolate ganache. So that's what that looks like, and it says ganache on it. So we're gonna set that whole kit to the side right now because we're gonna do one of these at a time. The first thing you want to do is you want to preheat your oven to 375 degrees. And we're gonna lightly spray these pans with cooking spray. So you do need cooking spray as well. So I'm gonna do that off camera. But first you want to put your butter in a bowl and put it in the microwave and melt your butter. We have our melted butter, and you just want to add your mix to this and stir. Okay, so now you want to microwave this for 30 seconds. So this has been in the microwave for 30 seconds, and you can see that it really, it melted those chips that were in there. And so now you want to add your eggs and stir until it's combined thoroughly. So the pans that they give you, you want to make sure you have a cookie sheet to put those on so that you can get them in and out of the oven. But now you want to try to evenly distribute these in your 4 pans. This is the fun part. Leave these here, and now we're going to move on to our next kit. You're going to see me do the exact same thing. We're going to melt the butter, we're going to add our mix, stir it in. Once we stir that in, we're going to put it in the microwave for 30 seconds. When we come back, we're going to add our eggs, and then you're going to see me add it to the pan exactly like we did the first set. Are both going to bake for the same amount of time. They're going to bake, like I said at the beginning, 375 degrees for 25 to 27 minutes or until the tops are dry. We're going to bake them for 26 minutes and then we'll be back. These were in for the 26-minute time. Now we're going to let them sit here for 15 minutes to cool and we'll be back. Okay, so it's been 15 minutes, and now what you want to do is you want to turn it out onto a plate. So like this, turn it over, and it says tap it a couple times like that. Like that. So there's the one that's gonna have salted caramel. And then here's another one, let's see, like this. Tap it a couple times. There we go. So now you want to chill these. These have to chill. So this is not a quick dessert. You have to chill these for 30 minutes. So I'm gonna put them in the refrigerator. I'm gonna do the same thing with the rest of them. I'll probably put these 3 on one, another big plate or a platter. And we're gonna put them in the refrigerator for 30 minutes. They look exactly the same after 30 minutes. Don't expect them to look different because you just put them in the refrigerator, right? So this one has a ganache. So we're gonna make the ganache. So you take the ganache mix and you wanna put it in a microwave safe bowl. And you're gonna add 1 tablespoon of milk. Like that, and stir it. Okay, now you're going to microwave this for 30 to 35 seconds and then stir it again until it becomes smooth and the chocolate pieces are melted. Okay, so it was in the microwave for 30 seconds. And you want to stir it again. And then you're going to portion this out between your 4 tortes. Of course, for my video, you're just going to see me do the 1. But you could do this with a spoon or whatever you want to do it.
They also said it would thicken up the longer it's set, so.
Yeah, so if you want it thicker, just let it sit. There we go. So there's that one. And then this one, this is your caramel sauce. So you can see it has a little bump out here. So if we cut it there, it should come out that little tip right there. And then you're gonna also, with these, portion it out. Try the dark chocolate torte with dark chocolate ganache first. It is decadent chocolate torte with a rich dark chocolate ganache. As prepared, it is 490 calories.
That's surprising. It's a little cake with chocolate on it.
And it says top with your favorite fresh berries for serving. That's if you want to.
Yeah, look how thick this has gotten just sitting.
Oh yeah. Of course, if you add berries to it, you're going to add more calories. And, you know, it's already 490 calories.
Sorry, it's very tough.
These are in the baking aisle, in case you're wondering, at Meijer. They're in the baking aisle, so next to the cakes and brownies and all that stuff. Oh, that edge is hard, isn't it?
Very much like a brownie. I mean, if you like the edges of a brownie, you'll like that.
I'm not an edge person. Mm-hmm. That seems chewier to me than a regular edge.
It's really tough and chewy. Mm-hmm. It's similar to a brownie edge, though. Mm-hmm. That was okay. It's not, I mean, it is a darker chocolate, so it doesn't come across as sweet.
No, and you're going to think I'm totally weird for saying this, but it almost tastes like there's coffee in it.
I guess because of the dark flavor, the bitterness. Mm-hmm. I don't get coffee flavor, but I do get that darker, bitter chocolate flavor. It's not bad.
I like it.
I don't like the edges.
I don't like the edges, yes. So, and it's so small that
it's
a lot of edge. Yeah. It's very, I said chewy and you said something else.
Just tough.
Tough.
Yeah.
That's a better word. A better word is tough.
But it does have a chew to it. You definitely have to.
Yeah.
It's not chewy.
So it is both, but it still is, I think it is more tough than even chewy.
Yeah.
But
I mean, it's even hard to get your fork through.
Yes. So you're going a long way and spending a long time to make this dessert. For me, the flavor's there, but the texture is so important to me that I would not buy this one again.
I'd rather buy a brownie.
Yes, I'd much rather buy a brownie and have
the flavor
that.
would be better, the texture would be better.
And it doesn't take as long. I mean, my goodness, to have to do all that stuff beforehand, and then you put it in the refrigerator. It's just, it makes no sense to me. I would not buy that again. It's just a long way for nothing.
Yeah.
Okay, now I'm hoping this will be better. This is the dark chocolate torte with salted caramel sauce. So the mixes were probably the same dark chocolate, but we kept them separate. So because we don't know if they're exactly the same. Decadent chocolate torte with a smooth salted caramel sauce. This is 460 calories as prepared.
The caramel's sticky.
Now, was the edge, oh, the edge feels,
It's a little softer.
it feels softer.
But not a lot. It's still pretty dense and chewy. It's just not quite as hard as the chocolate one was. The caramel's very sticky.
Okay.
It's literally like you've melted a Brock squares and squirted it on top.
It's very thick too. The caramel.
It is very thick. It would have been nice if they thinned it just a little bit more.
The
I like the chocolate though.
the caramel is, I think, what makes this so much better, because the first one, the flavor was good, and if you're a dark chocolate lover, you're gonna appreciate the dark chocolate in that. The problem with the first one was really the texture. But what makes this one better for me is that sweetness. So the caramel goes really well with that chocolate, and it adds so much sweetness to it. And I do think the texture is a little bit better on this one. This one in particular says refrigerate until serving. So you're gonna leave it, the other one did not say that. This one specifically, you're gonna leave it in there, and I don't know why, because it seems like it'd be the same. And then it says store the leftovers in the refrigerator. So that one does not say that. This one, it wants you, because you're dividing this caramel up on all 4 tortes. And so I guess that caramel needs to be kept, well, but it comes in a box.
Yeah, well, it's sealed package. So
It's a sealed package. Maybe once you open that caramel, once you open it, it needs to be refrigerated. Because I can't think of any other reason why you would need to do that.
What's also funny is these were made, you saw exactly the same way. They were baked on the same pan for the same amount of time. You would almost think the chocolate had been baked too long.
Yes.
Like it was over-baked. Whereas this one's really pretty much perfect. Even the inside of this is very soft and cake-like and chewy, like fudgy. Whereas the chocolate one was really hard and thick. So it's just weird how you would almost think they were baked at 2 separate times, but they weren't.
Well, this one's definitely the chocolate. I like the chocolate better in this one. I like the caramel in this one.
The caramel sweetens it up a lot.
But after doing all this,
Buy caramel brownies.
would I recommend you buy either one? I wouldn't, because I think it's too much trouble. For me personally, you saw what I did. But you know, I'm cutting, so you're not having to wait around 30 minutes and 15 minutes and stuff like that like we did. I think it takes too long for the outcome. I personally do.
Yeah.
There are other desserts, like Kevin said, there are other desserts that don't take near the time or the effort and have all these different steps. So kudos to them for making these, but I think it's just too much time and effort for the outcome.
Yeah, and they do, if you're looking for something that's served like individual serving desserts, these are nice because you can put them on individual plates. But I still don't know that it's worth it. You can get a pan of brownies and just cut them and put those on individual plates just as easily.
You have more to do with your time than to babysit these.
Yeah.
I just thought it was just a long way
for the flavor you get out of them. That's true.
Yes.
If they'd been phenomenal, I would have said go for it.
But they're not. They're just
okay.
They're not much different than anything else out there that doesn't take all this time. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and thanks for watching.